All right, welcome back to the second part of lesson 3. We're currently in unit 4, which is talking about area multiplication and making the connection between those two to help us multiply easier and to get into some higher level algebra with it. We're going to get started on page 14. If you haven't watched the first part of the lesson, go ahead and get that done before you do this, because this is kind of the harder stuff in this unit or in this lesson here. So starting on number 25 here, we have what looks to be, right here, they've got it right here. We're going to start with 5 times 28. Now that can be hard, so what they did here is they broke it apart into 20 and 8. Okay, so we should be able to do anything with 10s or 5s much easier. So right here, they split it 5 times 20 plus 8. Okay, and then you got to split those up into separate problems. So you got 5 times 20 and 8 times 5. So you got 5 times 20 plus 5 times 8, which is visually what we have over here. Okay. So this 5 times 20 is 100. Okay, so you got 100 little boxes there. So you got 100 plus 8 times 5 is 40. So you got 40 there. And 100 plus 40 is 140. Okay, so you got that 140 there. Notice we didn't have to use a calculator. If you do this by itself, you may need a calculator, but this is a much easier and way of doing it all in your head. Now, here they have a different way of doing it, 5 times 28, and they use the fact that we can do 30 as the whole thing, and if you just take away 2, then you get your 28. So here they have 5 times 30 minus 2, or plus negative 2. So you're going to take 5 times your 30, which is your large item, and then you have to take away this area right here, which is the 5 times the negative 2. And 5 times 30 is 150. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15, plus your just add on your 0 there. And 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. So you have 150 minus 10. Okay, and 150 minus 10 is 140. So there's 2 different ways that you can do that, both getting the same answer. And to me, it doesn't matter which one you do, as long as you understand the process and get the same answer in the end. Yeah. So here we have 4 times 29. Okay, and they split it into 20 and 9. So you have 4 times 20 is 80, and 4 times 9 is 36. Again, that's one that you should know. We're splitting them into ones that you should know in your head already. And if you don't, I strongly encourage you to start looking at some multiplication tables and looking through those and knowing those. Or there are some simple tricks to some of the multiplication that I can share with you in class. Okay, so then we have 80 plus 36. You've got 0 plus 6 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11. So you get 116 there. Okay, here we've got the same problem, 4 times 29, but here they did 30 minus 1. Okay, so 4 times 30 is 120. And 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. So you have 120 minus 4, which is 116. Again, you get the same answer here. Okay, here they're doing what looks to be 87 times 3. Okay, so you've got 3 times 9 minus 3, or 90 minus 3. That makes your 87. Sorry, I wrote this backwards. So 3 times 87. So you got 3 times 90 is 270. 3 times negative 3 is minus 9. 270 minus 9 is 261. Okay. So is it quicker to put it in the calculator or to do this way? Well, to be honest, doing it in the calculator is quicker, but it's not allowing you to learn anything about number sense and patterns in math, which is super important. Okay. And you may not always have a calculator with you that can do all of this math for you. So here we've got 80 and 7 and 3. So we got 3 times 87, which is the same. But 3 times 80 is 240. 3 times 7 is 21. So you got 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 2 plus 0 is 2. So 261. Again, we get the same answer. Okay, number 31. What do these expressions have in common? And it says circle all that apply. So you got 5 plus 5 times 6 plus 4. You got 6 plus 4 squared, 10 times 5 plus 5. Number one, they all have the same final answer. So I guess we're going to have to find the final answer here. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 6 times 4 is 24. And then, sorry, I multiply. We need to add. 6 plus 4 is 10. And 10 times 10 is 100. Okay. 6 plus 4 is 10. And 10 squared, which is 100, 10 times 10 is also 100. 5 plus 5 is 10. And then 10 times 10 is 100. So they do all have the same final answer. They are all different ways of writing 10 times 10. Okay, well, up here I had 10 times 10. Here I did 10 times 10. And here I also did 10 times 10. So they are different ways of writing 10 by 10. They have nothing in common. That's not right at all. Okay. So if carpet costs $10 per square foot, how much would it cost to carpet the room? Okay, so there's a few ways we could do this, and I'll just go over the easiest one first. I could simply just count all of these squares to find the area, because I need to find the area first. So I can count all of these squares up. That may take a little bit. I could do addition. Okay, I could split this up right here. And I could say, find the area of this plus the area of this one. I could do that. Or I could split it this way and find the area of this and the area of this. You could split it a few different ways. Or you could do subtraction. You can find the area of this whole thing minus the area of this. Okay, so those are 3 ways that you could do this. I discourage you by just counting, because not always are they going to count. Okay. The subtraction method works really well, and so does the addition method. So if we take it here and let's just split it right here. Okay. So here you have 3 times 7. So 3 times 7 is 21. And here you have 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. So you got 21 plus 30, which is 51. But it is $10 per square foot. Well, there's 51 square feet. So you got to multiply that by 10. So you get $510. Okay. Now, let's look at it a different way and see if we get the same answer. Let's do the subtraction. So if we find the area of this whole thing here, which would be this part's 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 times 7. So you get 9 times 7. And then you're going to subtract, you're going to take away this rectangle, which is 6 times 2. Okay, so 9 times 7 is 63. Minus 6 times 2 is 12. So then you got 63 minus 12. 3 minus 2 is 1. 5 minus 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. So you got 51, the same 51 we had over here. But then you got to multiply that by 10, and you get $510. Okay, so just a different way of doing it. Okay, all right, in the purple, or sorry, in the red here, the tough stuff. Explain how this model shows 12 times 12 is the same as 6 plus 6 times 6 plus 6. Okay, well, if we add these two together, we get 12. And if we add these two together, we also get 12. So adding 6 and 6 equals 12. So each side still equals 12. Okay, so each side is still 12 long, whatever it is, inches, units. Okay, explain how the same model shows that 12 times 12 is the same as 36 times 4. Okay, so what they did here with 12 times 12 is the same as 36 times 4 is they readjusted the model. Okay, so each of these little things has an area of 36 in them. 6 times 6 is 36. So each little square has an area of 36, which is where this number comes into play. Okay, and there are 4 of those squares, which is where this number comes in. So each 6 by 6 square has an area of 36, and there are 4 of those squares. Okay, so then you get, instead of adding 36 plus 36 plus 36 plus 36, you can just take 36 times 4 and get that same answer. Okay, so in fact, 12 times 12 is the same as 36 times 4. And these are some of the patterns that we can see in math on these basic problems. Math is all about finding the patterns in numbers and manipulating them in different ways. Okay, so that ends the second part of lesson 3. You can now focus on page 15 and getting that page completed, and I will put the quiz on Canvas for you to take. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.